Hello everybody, my name is Darkness.
And this is Kejik.
And welcome back to another episode of The Wolf Pit. Today we have a special guest with us. Please help us welcome Spaceballz.
Hello everybody, this is Spaceballz here. Thanks for having me on you guys' show today. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Today we're doing an analysis of the two great sci-fi action movies. Its original, made back in 1987, and its newer remake, made in 2014. Today we are doing...
So Spaceballz, in your opinion, which one do you think is better, the origin story for the 1987 film or the 2014 film?
I would have to say the 2014 version.
Why is that?
Well, you got Alex Murphy, who is actually a detective in this one, who gets, I wouldn't say killed, but he gets severely damaged by some crooked cops as well as the crime lord in there. And then when he actually becomes RoboCop, he still got his mentality intact.
So he seems more human than in the original.
Right. And not to mention, he still has his right hand.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I don't really agree with... it's your opinion, but the whole just human hand part being there, I think it's dumb.
Well, that I will have to agree with on that part at least.
But as far as unnecessary that it was there, it didn't really seem like it needed to be there.
No.
Yeah, just make it like they did the original version. Just have a little bit of. They could have kept with the face, but and then have the helmet, whatever, shoot down whenever he was in battle mode. But not the human hand.
The human hand kind of seemed unnecessary, like it was just an extra appendage, just to be different from the original.
Yeah. And he was already different enough because, in the original version, he was silver and black.
As in the little doll dude up here?
Yeah. Whereas in the newer version, the 2014 version, he's all black.
And he has a red visor.
However, at first, he was silver and black.
Yeah.
And then he changed into the regular black that you see now in the new version, and he has the little red visor, which is a little different than his version.
However, he does go back to silver and black at the end of the movie.
Which is good. Which they keep back with the original.
Back to what I was saying, the reason why I like the 2014 version a lot better is because RoboCop is, he's more mobile. He can actually run, he can jump.
He doesn't seem so stationary where he's trying to struggle to move every time he tries to go anywhere.
Right. Not to mention, he has a freaking badass motorcycle, so you gotta give him that.
Yeah. He had the fucking squad car, dude. You can't beat the squad car.
You know how many squad cars that RoboCop destroyed? Too many.
By my count, a total between all three movies, 15.
There's actually a lot more if you count the show.
They're getting into the second and third one, which we might actually do a review of that later on down the line. But getting back to it, who do you think played RoboCop better? Joel Kinnaman or the original Peter Weller?
Peter Weller.
I would definitely have to go with Peter Weller.
Why?
He had that just charisma about him that would just define robot or cybernetic.
So he brought the character to life better than the new guy did.
Right. Because even after Alex Murphy regained his memories in the original one, he was more or less okay with what had happened.
He accepted the fact that he is RoboCop.
Yeah, he didn't, sit there and bitch and moan and whine and become a little whiny bitch like
the new one.
The new one did.
Okay, we're gonna start with Kejik. What is your favorite scene in either movie? You can pick either movie. What was your favorite scene from RoboCop?
From the 1987 version, I'd have to say it's when RoboCop is in the club hunting down one of Clarence Boddier's henchmen, and he sits there. He pulls out the bad guy pulls out the gun and he smacks it away, and then he tries to kick RoboCop in the nuts. That doesn't work, and then RoboCop reaches down and he's like, "You're coming with me." And he grabs his hair and just drags him off. In the 2014 version, it'd have to be when they first introduce him as RoboCop. And he sits there, instead of, paying attention to anything, the fucking mayor's saying, he's scanning people for criminals, and he finds one and just like leaps like 20 feet off the stage.
All right, Spaceballz, what do you think?
Well, honestly, my favorite scene from the 1987 version of RoboCop is when RoboCop gets his payback on Ed 209, where he pulls out that heavy sniper rifle and just blows his head off. Well, it technically blows off the entire waist up off. You know, just doesn't think none about it.
Pretty badass.
Yeah. And as far as the 2014 version, I would actually have to go with when RoboCop is actually going to his first little crime area and is taking everyone down, and then ends up shooting a guy on this little balcony area who was about ready to throw a grenade, and just shoots him and just keeps on walking, and then boom.
Explosions. Now, getting back to ED 209, now, who do you think looks better visual-wise in the original and the new one? Which Ed 209 looks cooler, better, more detailed, in your opinion? Kejik, we'll start with you.
The 1987 version. Because again, you know, for it being of its time, it still looked pretty badass. You know, it was an actual model, like there was an actual robot sitting there. Whereas, you know, the 2014, they used CGI.
So it seemed more real in the original because it was an actual robot there instead of just a CGI.
Right, now there was one part in the 1987 version where they did use a CGI Ed 209, and that's when he fell down the stairs.
Just because they had to.
Actually, it was not when he fell down the stairs. It was after he fell down the stairs, and he was whining like a little bitch, pretty much.
Well, that's what
Which is what they had to do because it's kind of hard to get a robot to do that kind of stuff.
Well, a robot of his size, I mean.
Yeah.
You know, a robot of RoboCop size could have easily made that trip, but...
Now, Spaceballz, you go ahead and...
Well, I would actually have to agree with Kejik on that. You know, you got the 2014 version, which seems just way too damn huge. You know...
He's just kind of unnecessarily huge, just like he doesn't really need to be that big.
I mean, in the 2014 version, you got these other smaller robots, and you got this huge-ass freaking... like 2-story high robot, and like, what the hell's up with that? You don't really need him that tall.
I wouldn't really say he was 2 stories. I would say, you know, probably like from the size of this floor to the size of the ceiling. Like
so
no, actually, that would be about the size of the original Ed 209, because if you think about it, in the scene where those terrorists are attacking the robots on purpose to try and die on television, you got one guy who's jumping off a 3-story building. And just 1 story down, he's already on top of the Ed 209.
Yeah.
So he seemed like unnecessary, colossal in the new one.
Yeah, just way too damn big.
Okay, now we're gonna go special effects wise. Which special effects look better in the 1987 version compared to the 2014 version?
Again, I'm gonna have to go to the 1987 just because of its, you know, with its time. They didn't have all the crap that we had now, and it still looked amazing.
So with even the low amount of technology available back then, they still made it look pretty visually amazing.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, they actually did fantastic on the 1987 version of that. Honestly, I have watched that one more than the 2014 one, but you know, I still like the 2014 version of RoboCop himself.
Okay, so if you had to take a vote between the two of you, who would vote for the 1987 version over the 2014 version?
I would.
Story-wise,
like the whole story altogether, not including the sequels, but like just the original story versus the new original story. Which one is better in your opinion, altogether?
I would say the overall story of the original one is better.
Why is that?
It's because there was more crookedness in it.
So it seemed a little darker.
Yeah.
Than the new one, because the new one kind of seemed more like they were trying too hard to make it.
Yeah, like they were trying too hard to make it child friendly.
Yeah, which in the original they just didn't care.
Fuck.
So Spaceballz, what do you think?
I again would have to agree with Doofus over here, but yeah.
So you agree with him that the visual effects, the acting, the story, everything was better in the original compared to the remake of it?
Yeah, but RoboCop himself is definitely. I mean, the model of RoboCop is definitely better than the 2014 version.
Just because he looks better.
He looks better. He's got more mobility. He's got more weapons.
So that's one thing that RoboCop, the new one, has better than the original.
Right.
But overall, it's still hands down the original is way better than.
Oh
the
yeah,
new one.
definitely. Like if you could take the original and just like take the new RoboCop
and then throw him into the original, it would have made the movie together a lot better.
Oh yeah, much better.
Alright. Well,
that I would actually have to agree with you on that part, because the old RoboCop, his armor appears to be a hell of a lot more stronger than the RoboCop in 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, RoboCop, it took, let me see, quite a lot of shots from Ed 209 to even dent his armor before actually penetrating it.
Whereas the newer one, it only took a 45 caliber bullet to penetrate it.
And to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, that's all I have. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about either one of the movies?
No, not really.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, everybody, that's all we got. Thanks. Thank you for watching. This has been Darkness.
And Kejik.
And Spaceballz.
And this has been our analysis of the movie RoboCop. If you like this, please hit the like button below.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And if you have any suggestions of movies you'd like us to review,
please comment below.
And as always, we will see all you dudes and ladies in the next video.